Hi Quant. So today we will be discussing about trailing stop losses. I leave the codes for both the short side and the long side on the description, but if you want to watch along and code, you can watch along the entire video. So first let me go version 0.4 is equal to 4. Just make sure that you have at the rate there. I know there's been a version 5, so I'll be doing a video on version 5 and its importance, but as of now we'll just create the trading stop. So we'll just call it trailing stop. It's trailing stop and then overlay equals true. Then let's create a simple strategy. So I think like if close is greater than SMA close comma 50, then tab strategy dot entry, we'll call it long, and then comma strategy dot long. So there we go. So our entrance is pretty clear. Now our exit is where things come tricky because we're creating a trailing stop here. So I'm just going to call this trailing stop so you know that's what we're doing. So trailing percentage, so let's say the trail percent is 0.2, so we're doing it 20%, and then let's initiate the price of that stop. I mean, like, so for example, if you're doing $100, you're entering at $100, if your stop loss has to be $20, you have to declare a name for that. So we'll call that price a stop and we'll call it 0.0 as of now. And now let's decide on creating the when should the trailing stop be called. So for that I'm going to use a simple if-else statement. So if strategy dot position size is greater than 0. So basically it checks whether you have a position or not. So if you have a long position, then the strategy dot position size will be greater than 0. If you've got a short position, then the strategy dot position size will be less than 0. So once we have done that, then we will calculate the stop value. So how much should the stop value be? So stop value equals close. Because we're doing a trailing stop percentage, we need to calculate it from 1 minus the trailing stop percentage. So TRAIL-PERC. So just to sum up, so let's say if the close is 100, so it'll be 100 minus 100 into 0.2, which is 20. So the stop value will be 80. So it's as simple as that. So now the price of the stop, which we initiated before, I'm just going to copy and paste this, so you can save some time, equals to. Now here's the thing, the equal to will be kind of different here because we've already initiated the price stop here at 0.0. So any other new changes in order to do that should be like that. This is something specific to Pinescript. So we'll do maximum of stop value, comma, price underscore stop, and the array. Now I'll explain to you how this works. So you see the price stop here is 0.0 and the new stop value is now 80. So basically the max function, what it does is that it checks these two values and say which one is maximum. So here it will take the value of 0 and 80 and say that, hey, the price stop is now 80. Now, because the trailing stop keeps on changing, so when the stock market goes up, again, the trailing stop also goes up with it. So again, we might get a new stop value of 120. So then it compares the 120 to the previous stop value, which is, the previous price stop, which was 100. So it, 80. So suddenly it takes 120 and 80 and says the maximum of that. So that will be again 120. So the new trailing stop has been adjusted accordingly. Now, that's pretty much it. Now, if in case we are not in a trade, we don't want the price stop to be the old price stop of the previous trade. So when the strategy to position size is not greater than 0, so when we don't have a trade, then the price underscore stop becomes 0. So again, since we're making changes to the already declared variables, we need to do that. And then that's pretty much it. So we've actually calculated the trailing stop, and now I just need to use the trailing stop when the trade goes on. So if strategy dot position size underscore size is greater than 0. So when we're on a trade, then enter tab strategy dot exit. I'll call that function id equals stop loss, and we can decide on the stop price. So stop equals the price of stop. That's it. That's all there is to the codes. So let me see whether it runs or not. I'm going to just call it trailing stop loss. Just going to save that. Then I'm just going to add it to the chart, see whether we have some errors. So yes, now with regards to the short side, it's like exactly the opposite. So the strategy dot position size will be less than 0, and here as well the strategy dot position size will be less than 0, and the stop value will be 1 plus trailing stop, because the stop loss is above. So instead of being 80, it will be 120. So if the stock price is 100, our trailing stop will be 20% above, will be 120. So that's a small change there, and then the minimum will be we'll change the maximum to minimum. So if you want to download that code as well, that's in the description. But if you just want the trailing stop for the long side, then just work it out from here. But I'll leave both the codes in the description. The link will be on the description, so you can check it out. Now let's see where we have made the trade. So here we've gone long here. This is on Meta platform, which is a new Facebook. So we've gone long here, and then the stop loss was called here because the market went down below the trailing stop. And again we went long here. The market never hit below the trailing stop. So we'll just change this to 100% equity. Properties, 100% equity. And yeah, this is a pretty decent strategy on Facebook. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the trailing stop. So feel free to leave a comment. And again, one more thing, when you copy paste these codes from the web page, make sure that there's the tab here, because when you copy paste codes, the codes get crunched up. So be careful with that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.